Good morning, everybody. I want to say this very quickly. Let us not forget that all it takes for the voice of evil to get louder, especially amongst our children and young adults, is for the voice of good, the voice of the right counsel to keep quiet. A lot of times when I see young people behave in ways that are not so appropriate, not so morally right, and I want to talk to them, I get discouraged from other adults. You hear them say things like, you don't know these young people. When you try to advise them, they will insult you. They will talk to you as if you are not up to anything. And then I keep wondering, so do I keep quiet because I fear a child that is ignorant of the consequences of their actions? I fear that they will talk to me anyhow. One thing we must not forget is the fact that right counsels, they are like seeds. And of course, we know that when you plant a seed, two things will happen. It will either germinate or it will perish. Let us continue to be optimistic that the more we drop the right counsel for these children, that it will germinate. When you speak against evil, when I speak against it, when there is a collective effort to ensure that we are telling these children the right thing to do, it will continue to break their resistance, and over time the majority of them will begin to do things that are right. And then again, let us not hold on to that negative belief that if her mother cannot tell her, did she not come out of the house? Did her parent not see her before leaving? Every child, as Africans, especially as Nigerians, we always used to believe that every child is your child, because these children will determine how safe and progressive the society will be in the nearest future. No matter how well you feel that you are raising your children, they will not do it alone. And aside that, your children will also interact with other children. And before you know it, they may begin to rub off on them in one way or the other. It is our duty as adults, it is our duty as parents to ensure that for every child that we have the opportunity to come in contact with, and we see that they are not doing right, drop a word of counsel. Tell them the right thing. Let them know the consequences of their actions. Sometimes some parents will even come to fight you, but still play your role, still do your part. And then again, if you're going to advise these children, do not be judgmental. When you come down heavily on them, you're judging them, you are criticizing them for the little mistakes, or for not acting right, for not being morally upright, consider your voice null and void. They will neither listen to you, hear you, or take whatever advice that you are talking to them. For every time I have talked to every young person, they have listened to me. Did they take my advice? Not in all cases, but they did listen, and none of them ever insulted me. I remember a girl who sat down, a young girl of about 16, a teenager, 16, 15, 16. She sat down and everybody could practically see the underwear she was wearing. She was wearing a black pant and everybody could see it. And I went, and she was pulling it down, and I went to her and, I just smiled and said, this your skirt is so long, maybe you should cut out of it. She said, Mommy, I should cut out of it. Maybe I should even put slits. The way I approached her, she welcomed everything I was going to say afterwards. If she continues to hear this kind of counsels over time, even if she's not going to come out because she has had a change of mind, of heart, she may decide to begin to come out looking better because she doesn't want people talking to her. And over time, she'll begin to get used to dressing decently. And if we do it so well, if you're able to reach her, over time, you'll begin to see her turn a new leaf. Let us learn the right way to talk to these children. When we talk to them in the right way, they will definitely listen. It is up to you. It is up to me. It requires a collective effort from each and every one of us to ensure that we raise the children right. It still takes a community to raise a child. You are involved. I am involved.